friends, if you've ever wanted to crochet a project that didn't require thinking, counting, frogging, or looking at a crochet pattern every 30 seconds, this video is for you. Today we are talking about mindless crochet project that you can literally do while watching Netflix, listening to podcasts, or just needing something relaxing to do after a hard day. These are projects that you can pick up and put down easily, use up your yarn stash. Who doesn't want to do that? Make for gifts or market, or just crochet when you are done for the day. So grab whatever you're working on and let's crochet and chat. What actually makes something mindless? For me, it has to have repetitive stitches, very little counting, no complicated shaping, and something I can memorize row after row. If I can crochet and have a full conversation, that's what I want. These are the kind of projects that save me when I feel overwhelmed or creatively burnt out. All right, let's get started with our list. Number 1, granny squares. Love granny squares. They are so fun and they are so diverse. There are so many out there, but what I want to talk about is the ones that are more simple. So granny squares are an elite level mindless crochet. Once you know the 3 double crochet clusters, you're done. That's it. You can make them scrappy, neutral, modern, whatever fits your vibe. These are perfect for blankets, bags, cardigans. Gotta be honest, they are also very addictive. And what's cool about the granny squares, you can use up yarn in your stash. I had a project that I worked on that my great-grandmother had made, and I could tell she used what truly a granny square began was just using whatever yarn she had. So she had the long fluff of yarn, and she had vibrant colors, and she had different textures, but it all turned out beautiful because this is a granny square, and she made it for my uncle, and I was able to repair it and then mail it back to him. Basic beanies. Top-down beanies or rectangle beanies are so easy. Once you hit your stitch count, you're literally just going in rounds. This is my go-to to donate for projects because I don't have to think about it, and I really like it because the crochet beanies are an opportunity for me to experiment with new stitches, new yarns, and the awesome thing is that I can donate it and give it. Now, this beanie that I'm going to show you right now is something I just finished. It may look a little complicated, but the ribbing was the same. And that took me a little while. And then once I got the stitch count or how the stitch came together, again, it was something that I could do and not think about it. And I was actually listening to a book. So beanies are amazing. And there are a lot of simple beanies out there that you can, the hour-long beanies. And the tip with crocheted beanies, if you want to make something quick, do something with larger or thicker yarn. Then it takes less time to create something. Now this beanie that I made here was made out of regular acrylic yarn, and I wanted to stretch myself and use white yarn. I don't normally use white yarn, but this I made for someone very special, a beautiful girl, and she is very stylish, so I thought the white with the black and the white like fuzzy tips would be a really pretty addition to her wardrobe. So beanies are amazing. What type of beanies do you like to crochet? Do you like to make them for yourself? Do you like to make them for other people? Have you ever made a beanie? Drop them in the comments below. And if you have a favorite beanie pattern that you enjoy, go ahead and drop those in the comments. Number 4, scrunchies. I actually really enjoy making scrunchies. They don't take a lot of effort and they turn out beautiful, especially when you use velvet yarn. I think velvet yarn makes everything just elevated. These might be the most mindless thing on the list that I'm going to share with you today. You're just crocheting around a hair tie over and over, and then you're done. Number 5, ear warmers. These are so fun and can be used with any stitch. It could be a single stitch, a half double crochet. They are beautiful. So you make a rectangle. That's it. You can sew that together and then it will be simply made, or you can twist it, which gives it a little bit of elevated look. Maybe a seam. You can literally watch an entire show episode and have one finished. They're that quick. Have you ever made ear warmers? I would call them headbands too. Moss stitch scarf. So easy, so simple. If you don't know the moss stitch yet, really, really easy. Single crochet, chain one, skip one, repeat for as long as you want to do your crochet project. It's rhythmic, it's calming, it looks way fancier than it is. And I have a sample of it. Let me find it. Oh, yep. I have a sample of the moss stitch right here. Look how fancy that looks. And even fancier when you use yarn that can speak for itself, when you have something that is variegated or an ombre. These turn out really, really pretty. And in fact, this will eventually become a scarf because why not? Number 7, coasters. Small wins matter. Coasters are quick, satisfying, and perfect if you only have 20 to 30 minutes to crochet and want to finish a project. Also, they're a great market prep item. You can also make them smaller and they could be facial puffs. So if you have like where you want to put on your serums or want to scrub your face, or they can also come as a little mini scrubber. So the coasters, they can be used for underneath your cup and so many things. Number 8, the granny stripe blanket. Same concept as the granny squares, but in rows. Absolutely beautiful. You don't have to think, you just keep building rows. It's honestly perfect for TV nights where all you have to do is sit there and crochet. One of the easiest ways to make so many different things. You can make the blankets, you can make beanies, you can make scarves, you can make shawls, so many things with the granny stripe stitch. Number 9, market bags. Mesh stitch, chain spaces, double crochet. Literally, you can crochet this in the dark. Have you ever tried to crochet in the dark? I actually took my crochet to the movies once. That was an experience. But because it was mindless crochet, I was able to crochet in temperature blanket. Now this one takes commitment. But each day, it's just one row, same stitch over and over. It's repetitive and kind of meditative. If you decide that you want to do it row by row, I did a temperature blanket and I do have a video about temperature blankets that I will link here and in the description below about just what a temperature blanket is. When I first heard about I heard the word temperature blanket, I wasn't sure what that meant. For mine, I did it for the temperature of each day of the year, and I made granny squares. Like I said in the video, I give you all the instructions, how I created my key, what I used for my colors, what yarn I used, and as you can see, I am sharing that temperature blanket. It's turned out beautiful, and it's currently sitting on my couch. And yes, it takes commitment and dedication for the temperature blanket. I've also seen where people have done it by their moods, how they felt, also mental health wise. You could do so many things with this idea. And again, it's just one row each day, but you have to be committed and it takes some time. Number 11, bucket hats. Now these can be super fun. I personally probably will never make a bucket hat just because I live in such a warm place, and the idea of putting something warm on my head during the summer is kind of like wearing a beanie in the summer. That's what I think. But if you made it with cotton yarn, you could always get it wet and let it dry, kind of like, air conditioning or a swamp cooler is what we call them here in Arizona. Um, this is mostly made with double crochets. They look trendy and modern. Number 12, amigurumi balls. Now, amigurumi balls could also be used to make hacky sacks. I don't know if you know what a hacky sack is. I don't know if it was a trendy trend during the 90s, but I remember you had this little ball and you put a little beans in it and you kick it around in a circle, like you kick it however, and they're called hacky sacks. I don't know the history behind it, but crochet balls are actually the first way I learned how to make amigurumi. You single crochet in a spiral. Increase, straight rounds, decrease. Simple as that. You can literally talk through the whole thing. Depending on how big you want it, you can make it small, you can make it large, but I want to know, what are your go-to projects? Because I genuinely love to see what people gravitate to. If you're new here, I share more than just crochet and chats. I share patterns, I share finds, I share tips, I share tricks. And if you're new here, please subscribe. It helps my channel to grow and reach other people that are looking for content just like this. And I really, really appreciate it. Happy crocheting, and I'll see you in the next one.